Hey guys, welcome to Homestead. I am Jeff the Homestead Dad, and today it is going to be 70 and sunny. It's already actually like 50 or 60 degrees out. What's that? How come I'm wearing a sweatshirt and there's still snow on? Hey, if I want to live in denial, I'll live in denial. Okay, fine. I'm still wearing a winter hat and mittens and a glove or a coat, but you guys couldn't just let me have that for a little bit. It's cold. It was cold last night. Water's frozen. Such is life. Homestead Boy 1 is at co-op. My wife took him, so I'm gonna do his chores this morning, and yeah, then we're gonna head off to co-op this afternoon. So let's get to it. What do you say? Say hi to poor Prudy. Say good morning, Prudence. All the chickens are waiting for me to feed them. See? Oh boy. And the ducks. Okay, here we go. So you guys could see that rooster fight on camera, and we probably have too many roosters, but it hasn't been a problem. I think it's probably the time of year. I think it's because it's spring and they're all fighting to prolong their progeny, to be able to be the ones who get to be able to call themselves dad, if you know what I mean. So I'll break them up when I see them. I just kind of flick them with my face. I'm not kicking the chickens. I'm more like flicking them with my foot, like pushing them hard. So it's not a big impact. It's more of a touch and then push. I'm not out here all the time, so they could be fighting. It could be like in middle school or high school where, you know, the kids are fighting and then they see an adult come, stop, 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 here he comes. Maybe that's what the chickens do. Here comes that Homestead Dad guy. Stop fighting. Wait until he's gone. I don't know. Maybe. Prudence doesn't understand all this fighting. Yeah, she's going to end up kicking one of them. So, if you guys didn't get a chance to watch the live stream, just go back and watch it. I don't know what is going on today. All of the roosters are fighting. Like, we literally never have any problem with the roosters fighting. And today, they're all fighting. And now, what is going on? There must be a day. Something's going on, because now the boars are fighting too. Those knuckleheads. See them? Well, one of those guys is gonna be butchered here pretty quick. I don't know. I think maybe the prettiest hen must have said something along the line of, "Hey, I want to know who's the strongest rooster." So they've gone ultimate uncaged match and been fighting, like all of them. It seems like there's a couple smart ones who are just staying away, but they're bloodying each other up and everything. It's not fun. But they actually, two of the roosters were fighting and almost knocked my tripod over. It's turkeys. Sorry, I called the chickens turkeys. Hope you guys can hear me. It's windy. Anyway, I'm gonna go finish chores. There literally must be something in the air, because those two guys never miss milk and they're fighting instead of drinking milk. It looks to me like No Tag is taking the worst of it. I don't know if you guys can see. They're just kind of like running around next to each other. But No Tag has got a couple cuts on his back. If this continues, I'm gonna have to separate them. Again, like, there must be something in the air today that says, hey, it's breeding season, let's all fight. Because these two guys are being dumb. So, I don't know. I gotta get in the house. Yeah, they're like whipping each other. Not good stuff. Anyway, I gotta go. All the rooster fighting and the boar fighting, it's kind of bumming me out. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. I can't separate all of the roosters. We don't have the cage space for it. And honestly, like I said, this is the first that it's happened. It must be something in the air, or like I said, maybe one of the hens did something. Anyway, I'm back in the house. Got to get ready for co-op. I'll have to keep an eye on them, because if anybody gets too beat up, I'll have to separate them. I'm really hoping that doesn't happen, because that would be a bummer. So, I don't know what to do right now, but I'm going to get ready for co-op. Hey guys, we just got home from co-op. Came out here to check on the animals, give the pigs and the cow some hay. And the boars aren't fighting right now. I don't know if it was just the sun earlier, something was in the air, but they've both of the boars, I mean, they've been right next to each other over here, and we're perfectly fine. Weren't fighting over hay or anything like that. They've both got some cuts on their sides where they walloped each other with their heads. You know, there's a little bit of blood, but it's not like they're bleeding. And I don't see any roosters fighting either. So hopefully that remains the case. That rooster right there, that lavender one, he's got blood on his beard area. So I'll keep an eye on him, make sure that it doesn't look like anybody's got any infections or any problems with their eyes. But I don't know what it was this morning, but they seem to be fine now. It's still cold out. It's supposed to warm up this weekend. I will believe it when I see it. So I'm heading inside. Hey, you guys can see I'm leaving Tractor Supply. I have to say, it took a lot of willpower. So they get more chickens than they know what to do with. And they had probably a week and a half old silver lace Wyandottes for 25 cents. Week and a half old means they're at least a week older than you normally buy them. That means that's one less week I have to feed them. Problem is, it's so cold out right now. It's so cold out right now that I don't want to have chicks outside, and I want them out of the barn as fast as possible. I did get some compost for making soil blocks. We'll see you guys later. Hey guys, so I'm going to pick up Homestead Boy 1. We're going to get home, pick up the house, get the kids to bed, and then I'm hopefully going to watch the Michigan basketball game. Michigan plays, I think, Montana in the first round of the NCAA tournament. So, hopefully they do well. 2-day vlog, so I will see you guys in the morning. I did want to mention before I forgot, man, it was hard not to get those any chicks at a quarter. I mean, they're normally $2.50. So if I were to buy, let's just say 8 of them, that's what, 20 bucks? As opposed to right now, and that's if, like, say we bought them day old, 8 of them. So they're 2 or 3 days old, having to feed them for another week. These are probably a week and a half old because they're really well feathered out, and they're a quarter a piece. So instead of $20, they would have been $2, and a week less that I would have had to feed them, which was probably at that age, you know, only a quarter of a bag of feed, but still, that's amazing. Like I said, last year, that's how I got the ducks, that's how I got several chicks. This Tractor Supply, for whatever reason, ends up getting way more chicks than they need. So, definitely going to get some meat birds this spring. Might buy a couple laying hens depending on what they are, but I do want to also hatch out some Jubilee and Lavender Orpingtons. The other news is some friends of ours breed show quality mini Rex rabbits, and while they're not a meat breed, I suppose technically you could eat them, but there's not going to be anything to them because there's, you know, they're a mini breed. The ones that they sell are highly sought after. So I'm thinking about trading some of last year's piglets that I still have for a trio, like maybe sell or trade 3 of the piglets for a trio of these mini Rex.
that's if they're like, he's interested in it. He's just got to figure out the cost for building the infrastructure for the pigs. So hopefully all that works out for them and we can trade, because I'm a big fan of trade. And like I said, I already traded some of the piglets to Justin from Lefty's Hobby Farm, and he's going to bring some of this year's goats sometime in the spring. And I'm not ready at this point. I'm not in any hurry to get them because it's still too cold, which is the only reason I didn't buy chicks, is because it's too cold. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And yeah, for you guys, it'll be the blink of an eye. So, like that. Well, guys, once again, it is late at night. I'm watching the Michigan game, but while I was doing that, I made these soil blocks. Saw these being made by Daniel Arms at Arms Family Homestead. These took very little time to make. I used this mixing tub down here. This is the soil block maker right here. Very easy to do. So, gardening season has begun. If you're interested in how to make these, Daniel's got a video on his channel, but I'm also going to do a full how-to video at some point in the next probably week and a half. So, good morning, everybody. Now it is really morning. Ended up getting 2 trays of soil blocks made last night while I was watching the Michigan game. Heading out this morning and get some chores done. Kind of hoping that we don't have all of the problems that we had yesterday with all the animals fighting when my clips came off. I think I've told you guys before, the lid for this I bought aftermarket. If you're gonna buy a milk bucket, buy one that comes with the lid. Don't try to retrofit it after the fact. It just doesn't work as well. Anyway, this little lady's waiting for me. The animals are waiting for some feed. So I'm gonna get to, ooh, don't fall camera, that would be bad. I'm gonna get to that. I'll see you guys in a second. One second, guys, I'm gonna put my mittens on. It's still cold as all get out. You can see the chickens and ducks enjoying the water. That's the one thing. I'm so ready for just, I don't even care if it's, you know, 40s, upper 40s, low 50s, and it stays that way for months. I just want the lows. You see they're liking their milk too. I just want the lows to get out of the 20s and 30s so that the water's not freezing all the time. So I think this summer I'm gonna run power out to the chicken coop, and then maybe even water. The plan is to run water down to the chicken coop, into the pig pen, and maybe all the way down there, way back there to the garden. It'll just make life so much easier. Just gotta rent a trencher and do it. Because right now, and I've gotta run a different type of outlet, because the outlet that we're using is one of the GFI outlets, which is great, except for the fact that right now it's just popping all the time. And I mean, I never had that problem before. The heaters wouldn't trip the circuit, but right now it seems like all the time that's all they're doing. So got my milk. I'm gonna change my clothes, head inside, filter this. If you guys didn't check out the live stream, I got a request. Let's see if I can flip this up so I can set this down. I got a request from one of my subscribers who had watched the live stream after the fact about possibly showing the milking process better. You know, not just my talking face, which I totally get. It's just hard to do when I'm out there milking because the tripod, let me show you. I can do this without turning the camera off. This is the tripod that I use. So I can fold it down so that it's only, you know, like this tall. But that still only gets you so short. So it'll just barely fit underneath her belly. But also when I'm trying to set up the camera and talk and do the chores, it just takes a lot longer. And which wouldn't be a problem except that you've got a 1,200-pound cow who gets bored if she doesn't have something to eat. So I hope I did a better job on the last live stream. There's always the, you know, if you look on milking process, Homestead Dad milking process, I've done several videos where I've tried to show it as best I can. And I show the whole process. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. Anyway, I'm gonna change and I'll see you guys in a minute. How funny is this? I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this. So where the shadow is of the van, the ground is still frozen. But if you come over here, you can see it's melted and it's wet. So that's wet. This is
dry but frozen. It doesn't show up quite as well, but you can kind of see the edge there. So this is all hard frozen. The rest is melting. The power of the sun. Hey guys, so this evening we had what was called Spirit Night for my kids' swim team. They make posters for each other because championships is this weekend. So they make posters. They put those posters up at the championships, and then they get to take them home after everything's done. So we did that, came home, everyone's starting to get ready for bed. I'm going to try to edit this video quickly and then get to bed because I've got to get up really early in the morning to take Homestead Girl 1 to swim. I got to figure out milking, so yeah, I should have probably thought about that earlier. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video.